what many consider a double standard from the mainstream media. It involves the contrast in coverage of two political aides who talked or typed their way into trouble. Here is Fox News media analyst and host of Fox's Media Buzz, Howard Kurtz.
There is no question that Republican congressional aide Elizabeth Lawton made a mistake after President Obama's daughters acted bored at the annual turkey party. Social media erupted after her Facebook post scolded Sasha and Malia. Try showing a little class, she wrote. Act like being in the White House matters to you. Dress like you deserve respect, not a spot at a bar. Lawton apologized hours later, but as she resigned as Tennessee Congressman Stephen Fincher's communications director, the story kept mushrooming from the major newspapers to cable news to all three network newscasts.
It is one of the few rules that the news media and the mob usually both adhere to. Leave families out of the fight.
Elizabeth Lawton, a congressional aide whose Facebook post about President Obama's daughters, Malia and Sasha, sparked a firestorm.
Back here home tonight to that firestorm over this image of Sasha and Malia Obama.
Presidential kids are usually deemed off limits. There was controversy when President Clinton ripped People magazine for a cover story on Chelsea during the Monica Lewinsky scandal, and when George W. Bush's twins were cited for underage drinking. But a Facebook rant by an obscure Hill staffer?
While her comments were inappropriate and insensitive and exhibited a lack of judgment, there's no question that the media reaction is out of proportion to what this is.
By contrast, when Obamacare architect Jonathan Gruber was caught on video saying the law was deceptively sold to a stupid public, the network newscast took from 4 to 8 days before they covered it. When the Washington Post reported that Senator Harry Reid's top aide David Crone had ripped the White House for screwing up the Obamacare rollout, TV News barely noticed.
The attack on the president's teenagers struck a chord because the media love a simple morality tale. But compared to Obamacare's impact on the country, it's a blip on the radar. Brett?
Howie, thanks. There are more comments from Jonathan Gruber making the rounds now. Back in January of 2012, Gruber said Republicans can kill Obamacare from the inside without repealing it.
The entire law just craters if there's not someone in the White House who cares about making it work. So you don't need active repeal. You just need ignoring the law and letting it wither on the vine. That may be enough, and that's the real threat. That's the major threat.
Gruber also said leaders needed to be cheerleading the law in its early stages. Gruber is scheduled to testify on the Hill next week. The tension between Congress and the president over the budget and immigration. We will talk about it all with the